cameras.
What was your first experience with camera, and maybe who introduced you to photography? How old were you when you took
It all happened because my grandfather was a photographer, and he left me a camera when I was staying with him as a teenager. And we took photos, processed film, made prints. So by about the age of 13 or 14, I decided I wanted to be a photographer.
Oh, so back then you already
Yes.
knew?
I knew that's what I wanted to do.
That's great. Okay. What was your first picture? Do you remember?
It's a picture of my father on the frozen stream, done maybe when I was about 10. It's in my retrospective book. Do you have this? No.
We have only the Magnum book,
Right.
with all the members. How often do you photograph? Like, do you have
Well, I mean, every day is different. I mean, there's some days I never take a photograph. There's some days when I'm working 10 days on the road. So, I have many other things to do apart from being a photographer. Editing, curating, collecting books, lecturing, coming here. So I can't and do not expect to photograph every day. But I photograph quite intensely when I do.
Is photography something that basically is the main thing you are doing?
Yeah, sure, yeah. And selling prints, sometimes you get paid to curate. Yes, so absolutely, it's all to do with photography.
You probably visited many places, many countries. I think it's different to take photographs in different countries.
Sure.
In Slovakia, it's sometimes difficult because people are not get used to that someone is taking pictures of them on the street. Which country was the best for you, or which was the place you enjoyed the most?
I mean, I don't think Slovakia would be particularly difficult to photograph in. I mean, I haven't photographed here, but I don't see it's any problem. I photographed in Eastern Europe. It's pretty relaxed in Eastern Europe. Yeah.
And what is the country you would say it was difficult?
Places like Senegal are very difficult because everyone wants money from you.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, so there's certain countries in Africa which are really tough. So Africa's a very tough country to photograph in.
Just because they are asking for money?
Asking for money, religious issues, Muslims don't like being photographed, especially women. There are many difficulties there. Eastern Europe's really difficult, really.
And what countries really that you like the most?
I mean, many countries I like. I mean, I like Latin America, I like Japan, I like Italy. I mean, I don't know where to stop or start.
Do you have any places that you like to go back to, or any favorite places?
Well, I love to go to Japan. I love Japanese photography, and I love Latin American photography. So I go to both those as much as I can. I haven't been to Japan, Latin America once a year at least, maybe twice. Japan I haven't been to for a few years, but I'm really due to visit because I love Japan probably more than anywhere else. Japanese photography is extraordinary. It's very exciting, and they understand about the book. They know how to make a great book.
And on these visits, are some magazines sending you out, or
Sometimes I go for magazines. I mean, less so now because the magazine market, as you know, is in decline. No one has any budget anymore, so that's getting extra tough. So I normally just go myself, and there'll often be someone who pays my ticket, or I'm doing something. But I wouldn't not go anywhere because someone's not paid me.
Yeah.
I would just go.
Do you have also like sponsors that
Well, Magnum helped me, to get work. But I suppose I'm relatively well off, so I sponsor myself. Yeah.
Okay, when you are taking pictures of people, do you communicate with your subject?
It depends. I mean, each situation is different. I mean, obviously it's easier if I'm in a country where they speak English. But you understand how these things work, and when there's a problem, there's that 1 in 100 person who objects to being photographed. You soon spot them. They sort of start to you get agitated, so you just avoid them, really. No point in making it worse. So I have a very good antennae, knowing when I have a problem.
Okay, and did you have an experience that someone, for
Yeah,
example,
you have,
attacked you?
yeah, of course,
or?
but no one's physically attacked me. But you know, you get asked to take pictures out. I mean, the good thing about digital, you can always show people now, and if there's any issue, you can just delete it. So digital is a great step forward in terms of this issue, problem.
Which of your pictures do you like the most?
Yeah.
Which one means the most to you, or which
Difficult
one are
to. I
you
mean, first you can't.
proud of?
You can't make an individual picture. There's certain projects you've done, like Last Resort, Common Sense, which obviously, and if you like, have helped to define who I am. So I look back at those with some affection.
You did the luxury project. Was it, or how did you get so close to these, like luxury people?
Because I went to events where
Was it
wealthy
for
people hang out.
or-
No, I just did that myself.
Okay.
So I went to horse racing, fashion shows, art openings, where you know wealthy people are there and photographed. And they expect to see cameras at these openings.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was a good way of sneaking in.
Yeah, that's a great project. Nowadays, there are more and more people that are buying cameras and starting to photograph. The digital cameras are cheaper and more accessible.
Sure.
Do you think it's good for photography field that there are so many people
Fantastic.
trying
Because-
to be a photographer?
I think it's fantastic because it's the audience for photography. The main audience is other photographers, like the main people for your site are photographers. So it's fantastic that there is this expansion of the photography audience. So photography shows, lectures, more people come now than ever before. So it's all brilliant news for us.
How did you become a member?
You apply to join. You need 50% of the votes in a secret ballot to become a nominee. So that's what I did and succeeded in doing.
And how often do the members of Magnum meet?
We meet at least every year. We have the annual general meeting, and then sometimes the photographers from each, say London, we meet, and New York meet regularly, every 3 months, say. And then, like this January, we're having a meeting. There's a lot going on. We wanted to have this sort of few days to ourselves where we can discuss what's going on, look at each other's work. So yes, once or twice a year, everybody, and then smaller meetings in the territories with the different offices.
And what would you recommend to Slovak young talented photographers if they would like to join or become a member?
They can join, through the Paris office, because Paris covers Slovakia.
Okay.
And
Is it
of course, we're always
difficult, or-
very difficult. We have 300 people apply every year,
Wow.
and we take 1 or 2. So you've got to be really good.
Yeah, that's tough. What are the criteria for...
Great work, refreshing, new, exciting, different, energized. Yeah.
I think I went through all of my questions that you would like to ask. Are there any other questions you would like to ask personally? Because these are the young men that are actually behind the street photo.
Streetphoto.sk. So you're a site, obviously,
Yeah.
and you have members. How does it work?
We don't have members. We just bring articles, interviews between people.
Do you translate it into Slovak, or do you leave it in English?
No, it's all in Slovak. Thank
Very
you
good.
for the interview.
My pleasure.
It was my pleasure. And